Well, I'm really excited. So let me just tell you a little bit about me, so you're not just wondering who I am. I am the Director of Education for the Utah Anti-Bullying Coalition. So my expertise is in conflict resolution, restorative justice, trying to help teenagers specifically with things like bullying and then everything that spans from bullying. So I really believe that bullying is kind of like the seed that leads to so many other things: drugs and alcohol, cutting, eating disorders, promiscuity, and pornography. I really believe that bullying is where it starts. And sometimes it's when we're bullying ourselves. And you guys know this. There's so many teenagers. Maybe you're just like me. Sometimes we go to the mirror in the morning and we say, "Oh, Jesse, don't go outside. You will frighten children." Right? So we get a little tough on ourselves. We bully ourselves. And there's so many teenagers that do that. And so from there, they get in some trouble in other areas. So I believe that this bullying thing that no one wants to talk about, that everyone rolls their eyes at, because it's a really annoying topic, but I believe that's kind of where a lot of problems start. And obviously we know bullying leads to domestic abuse. Bullying leads to convicted felonies. So anyway, a lot of issues come from bullying. So that's my passion, that's my expertise. I've been teaching teenagers for 13 years. I mostly travel and I speak in high schools and junior highs, and I just love it. I love teenagers. So I know we don't have a ton of teenagers here. You guys all look, what, college age? Who's 25 years old? Give or take. Okay, who's 30 years old? I need to know like the age gap. Okay. Do we have any 17-year-olds? 17 to 20s. Okay. I just want to like get an idea of who we are. Okay. All right. Well, my goal today is to talk about leadership. I love studying leadership. That's my favorite topic. I'm a proud history nerd. Any proud history nerds? Love me some history. So I've spent a long time studying really great leaders throughout history. So some of my favorites are Benjamin Franklin, Walt Disney, Joan of Arc, Helen Keller, Martin Luther King Jr., George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Dr. Stephen Covey. I love Dr. Stephen Covey. He's probably one of my favorites. I'm also a facilitator for Franklin Covey, and I teach the 7 Habits, if you've heard of that book. So anyway, amazing people throughout history. So I've discovered like some things that they all have in common. Over 500 different leaders throughout history, our greatest minds, our greatest thinkers. And that's what I teach teenagers. So I'm basically going to teach everything that I normally do with teenagers to you guys. So I hope it's helpful. I hope it's useful. And even if it doesn't really apply to you because you're older, I hope that you'll teach. I hope that you will take charge and be the leader that I know you already are, or else you wouldn't be here. And I hope that you will teach some teenagers in your life who might need some of these tools that all of these great leaders have in common. So we have to start with some music, though. Do you guys like music? Yeah, okay, that's good. Before I started speaking, I was a professional singer, still am. I always sing when I speak to kids, just to make it fun, you know? Everything needs to be fun. If we're not having fun, we don't even really listen. We don't really learn. So here we go. We need a song. Here we go. Life's like a road that you're traveling on. There's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you win, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. It's the world outside every darkened door. The blues won't haunt you anymore. The brave are free and the lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today, yeah. Life is a highway. I want to ride it all night long. You guys know this song? You know it. If you're going my way, I want to ride it all night long. This baby is dancing. She's killing me. There was some distance between you and I. A misunderstanding once, but now we look it in the eye. Sing it, girl. Ooh, yeah. Woo, it's early. Little too early to be singing. We need it. We all need to wake up. I'm a little tired. I bet you're a little tired, right? We need some music. Get our blood pumping. Keep dancing, little girl. You are so stinking cute. Look at this baby. There ain't no love that I can't hold. The road's a road, this I know. I'll be there when the light comes in. Just tell them we're survivors. Thank you. I'm feeling like super confined, like I need to stay in this tiny little corner by this. I don't want to stand behind the podium. Okay, so before we get started, I would love to just get to know you guys a little bit. I would love to know maybe where you're from, maybe what you're into, what do you guys like to do for fun? Maybe you're in college, what are you majoring in? Like, I would just love to know what you are about. Let's just do like a few. Let's raise our hands. Here we go. You look like an accountant, which is a compliment. You look adorable. That's awesome. All right. Give me another one. Yeah. Nice. That's beautiful. Thank you. How about in the back? Come on, you guys. I know why you sit in the back. You guys are tired. We need to wake you up. Very cool. That's awesome. We could be friends. I have a degree in psychology. Psychology's the best, right? Like, science. So cool. I love studying the brain, how our brains work. That's awesome. Yeah. Nice. That's awesome. What musical? Nice. Where is that? Hale? Hale Center Theater? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. I thought you said you were from here. Okay. That's awesome. How fun. Have you done that a lot? Okay. Kind of a new venture? That's fabulous. Let's do one more. One more. You guys over here. Yeah. Nice. Nice. That's great. Okay. I have like a crazy weird hobby, like a kind of a secret dream. Do you guys want to know what it is? I have a secret dream to become the official voice of the GPS navigation system, the TomTom. Yeah, I'm like really excited about it. I believe it to be my true destiny. So I called the TomTom company and I said, what do I have to do to audition to be the TomTom girl? And they said I had to like audition for them. So I've been practicing all my accents because you remember the TomTom, right? It's a box you put on your dashboard. It speaks directions to you. And if you want to change the accent, you can. So I've been practicing my accents. Will you guys let me know if I'm ready for my audition? Okay, here we go. We start out with American, naturally. In 1/4 mile, turn left. Your destination will be on the right-hand side. My husband loves that voice. I don't know why. She's inappropriate. Okay, and then we have Southern. Southern. Where in the name of gravy did you get the boneheaded idea to turn left? I told you to take a rat at the Kentucky Fried Chicken and another rat at the taxidermy shop. Hold your hammock, I'll redirect you. Sure. All right. And then we have Minnesotan. Minnesotan. I actually love this accent. There's no disrespect. These are beautiful accents. Okay. Oh, don't you know, Bobby, I'm just too darn busy to get to those directions. Don't you know, Wheel of Fortune's on the telly. Can't you wait to the commercial for crying out loud? Is that all right? Okay. Iffy. All right, that's fine. And then we have Brooklyn, like from Brooklyn. Anyone from Brooklyn? I love this accent. Here we go. So the nail salon's coming up on the right-hand side, but if you're looking for a great manicure, you're going to want to take a left and go to Shaniqua's Beauty Parlor on the south side of town. Honey, you're going to look fabulous. Okay. And then we have Valley Girl. Valley Girl. So you want, like, directions, like, to the library? Well, I've never, like, actually been to the library. But if you want directions to the mall, we can like totally go to the mall. Oh my gosh, I've been there lots of time. We can go there together, like shop together, and we have so much fun. Oh my gosh, I'd love it. Yeah. And then we have Indian from India, one of the most beautiful accents. Anyone from India? I love it. I promise, there's no disrespect. I think they are beautiful accents. Here we go. I am now going to recalculate your directions since you missed your turn. Would you like a squishy while you wait? Jen? All right. And lastly, we have Irish. Now, if you're looking for the cathedral, you're going to want to take a right and go past the dancing leprechauns. Put down your bowl of Lucky Charms and pay attention to the road, you idiot. The TomTom. Good grief. Thanks. She has a lot of time on her hands. I do. I totally do. You can tell I work with teenagers, right? Like if they're not laughing, if they're not entertained, they do not listen. So this is what I do for teenagers. So I'm just kind of sticking with my normal thing. I hope you're okay with that. Okay, so one of my favorite things, like I said, is history, studying leadership, and that's another just fun hobby that I have. So I love singing. I love this little my tom-tom thing, and I love leadership. I love to study these great minds and what they all have in common. So I've discovered they have 4 things in common. The first one is they choose to be confident. Every leader I've ever studied, confidence is a choice. They choose it, they fight for it, and it's a muscle, and they exercise it, which I think is really beautiful. The second thing is they choose to outsmart their haters. They never fought fire with fire. They would outsmart their haters, right? So every single leader I've ever studied throughout history has been bullied. They were abused in one way or another. Everyone experienced haters, just like all of us do, right? They outsmart them. Well, number 3, they choose to never allow toxic people to hold them back. And that's really important for all of you guys. You're in college, you're doing your thing. Maybe some of you are starting families. It's so important to never allow toxic people to hold us back. So we're going to talk about that. And tool number 4, every leader throughout history I have studied, they learn and choose to forgive. They forgive others, they forgive themselves, and they move forward. And sometimes that requires very serious mental toughness, very serious discipline, and they have to fight for it, but they move forward from their challenges. So, tool number 1, I need a volunteer. I need someone who has a slight flair for drama. Come on up. Give her a hand. She is brave. She is very brave. What's your name?
Stacy.
Sorry. And what do you like to do for fun?
I actually like to run.
Okay, you look like a runner. That's awesome. And what are you in college? Or you have started a family?
Actually from BYU, Idaho. I work in Provo now with the Head Start program.
Jeez, that's fabulous. Okay, so I want you guys to just watch Stacy. I want you to pretend like you've never talked to her before. You don't know her at all, all right? She's a totally foreign human to you, okay? Okay, and action. She is an actress. Very nice, Stacy. Okay, describe her to me. What is she all about? Ashamed? Yeah? Okay. Huh? What? Closed off? Yeah. Yeah. Insecure? What else? What do you think? Uncomfortable? Yeah. Nervous, shy, maybe? Yeah? Okay. I was going to say creepy. It was creeping me out. That was really slightly awkward. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. So that's interesting. It's interesting information. You got all that just by watching her walk. That is interesting information. Okay, let's try something different. Let's say this is a totally different human being. You've never seen her before in your life. Let's even give her a different name. Let's call her Francesca. Yeah, okay? You've never seen her before. You've never talked to her. And action. Yeah, strut, girl. Work it. Okay, describe Francesca to me. Confident, yeah, happy, outgoing. She looks like a fun time. Would you want to be friends with her? Yeah, I would. What do you think? Anything else? Interesting. You got all that just by watching her walk. That is fascinating information. Give her a hand. I have something for you, Stacy. Little book. I hope you like it. Thank you. Good job. Little shameless self-promotion. Never hurt anyone. I hope you like it. If you don't, you can use it as kindling for a fire. So, okay, so this is interesting. You got all that information just by watching her walk. So here's my question. Let's pretend that Stacy is walking down her college campus, okay? She is walking tall. Her shoulders are back. She has a smile on her face. She looks very confident. Would you believe that she is still confident if, on the inside, she's thinking very negative, destructive thoughts, like, why am I going to this next class? I'm just going to fail it because I'm such an idiot. And why is that boy looking at me? He's probably noticing my unsymmetrical earlobes. Like, she's thinking very negative, destructive thoughts, okay? Would you still believe she's confident? What do you think? No? No? What do you think? I like the debate. Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right, gold stars for you. That's the truth. Of course you would. You would still believe that she's confident because perception is reality. That has so much power. And obviously, I'm talking about very surface level relationships. Surface level. You know somebody deeper, you know you can kind of see past that Francesca mask, right? But on a surface level, if it's a job interview, your first day of college, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe if you're married, like it's maybe a date with a future honey, and you want to make a great first impression. This idea, this is called fake it till you make it. You've all heard it. But this is something every leader I've ever studied throughout history has used. So, and the coolest part about it is that there's nothing fake about it. Nothing fake. When you purposely, consciously make sure that that bold, daring, awesome, confident person is shining through, you put on this little Francesca mask, and you pretend, what you're doing is bringing the most genuine version of you to the surface. You're bringing the most awesome version of yourself to the surface, right? And I imagine a lot of you have exercised this. You've tried your best. You said, okay, today I'm going to be so confident. I'm going to really try to smile and make friends. I'm going to really be outgoing. I'm sure a lot of you have already exercised that muscle. There's a lot of people, especially kids, and as you begin your families, this is such an important tool to teach to children because it is a muscle. And the more we exercise it, the stronger we get. So this fake it till you make it idea. So, and if I haven't convinced you, I will convince you in another way. Give me like your favorite pop star or movie star or someone like that. Harrison Ford. Oh, he is nutritious and delicious. He's so handsome. He just gets better looking as he gets older. Why? What is that? I know. It's right. I know. Okay, so Harrison Ford. Let's pretend that Harrison Ford was invited to be your keynote speaker here at the World Congress of Families. Let's just pretend. Okay, and he is uncomfortable. Let's just pretend. Let's say movies are his thing. A keynote speech is not his thing. He's just uncomfortable. He's feeling nervous. He's feeling out of place. Okay? Do you think Harrison Ford would show up here and be like, hey guys, I'm like super excited to be here and I really hope that you like get something out of what I say today? Like, of course not. Of course not. Why? Why do you think that would happen? Why do you think that wouldn't happen? Because he has exercised a muscle, obviously. For years, he's exercised a confidence muscle. Even when he's feeling insecure, even when he's feeling out of place, he pushes through it, right? And I know that probably a lot of you guys, probably everyone in this room, everyone knows how to do this. Everyone knows that this is a real thing. But there's a lot of younger kids who really don't know. They don't know that they have permission to pretend to be confident and to step into that and say, okay, I'm feeling insecure. I'm feeling really nervous. I'm feeling really uncomfortable in my own skin. I didn't know that I can just try. I can just try to be confident and to like myself. And I know that sounds maybe a little weird to you, but I spend a lot of time coaching kids one-on-one. I coach a lot of kids who are being bullied, and I coach kids who are the bullies. And it's really interesting. Both of them don't know this. It's really, really interesting. So with what I'm teaching, I know that you guys probably don't need this right now in your lives, but I hope that you will take something that I say and teach. I hope you will lead, and I hope you will teach, especially for your own families as you have your own families. Okay, so tool number 1, leaders choose confidence. They choose to believe in themselves. They choose to like themselves. They choose to think that they are worthy of success and happiness. That's what they choose, and it is a very conscious choice that requires mental toughness. Tool number 2, I need another volunteer. Come on up. Give her a hand. She is brave. Okay. What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, you are beautiful. What do you like to do for fun?
I like to knit and hand embroider.
Hey, I can see that. That's very cool. I like that. Okay, Sarah, I want you to put on your acting face. Can you do this? Okay. Okay, I want you to bully me. I want you to be mean. I need you to channel your meanness. I need you to say, like, criticize something about me. You could even push me. I am a black belt in karate. I could totally take it. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go.
Oh, girl, you think you look good? I don't even think so. Do you know what your mama put on you today?
What? I look amazing. What are you talking about? What are these? What are these? What is this, like, pearl thing you're doing? Are you from, like, the 1940s?
Dems poils, okay?
Well, I don't like them. I think they're really ugly.
They're classy. Something you wouldn't know about.
I totally know what class is about. I'm, like, super classy. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't even, like, have any idea what you're talking about. You're just a big jerk. I'm going to go tell everyone in this place not to be friends with you.
Fine.
Nice. That was beautiful. Sarah, your meanness was moving. That was beautiful. Yeah. Good job. That was awesome. Okay, so when she gets in my face, what is my natural human reaction? So yeah, to retaliate, to get right back in her face. And what am I doing? I'm trying to defend myself. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if, let's say, I just want her off my back, she's just kind of bugging me. I just want to be able to focus on my beautiful, bright, spotless future, and she's just bugging me, and I just want her off my back. Does this work? Of course it doesn't. We all know this. So when you get in my face, I get right back in your face, and then what does it make you want to do?
Fight or flight. You know, it's like, I'm going to get revenge. I didn't win this time. But
Exactly. And we've all experienced this, right? We've all experienced some kind of conflict that really brings up emotions in us. It makes us feel nervous. It makes us feel angry. It makes us feel a whole bunch of different emotions, right? And we are emotional creatures. Everything we do is motivated by emotion. So when I get back in her face, I'm fulfilling a need, right? And when she gets in my face, she's fulfilling a need because we're trying to deal with emotions that are pretty deep down. Sometimes we don't even know what they are. Okay, so if I want her off my back, and I know that this game doesn't work, then I have to outsmart her. I have to do something a little psychological. It's very, very important. Okay, so we're going to try this again. And if I can get her to stop being mean, then I win. Do you think I can do it? We'll see. Okay, here we go. Really mean, like meanness. Channel it. Okay, you ready? And? Okay. Okay, and action.
I bet in your whole life, you have never had anyone who loved you.
That's kind of harsh. Good heavens. You don't think anyone loves me?
I just don't see how they could.
Okay. All right. That is interesting information. You know, I feel like people love me. I have a really sweet dog at home. His name is Rover, and he loves me. So I like that. You know, I know that he loves me at least. But if you think that, very cool. It's cool. I'm all right with it.
I think he's pretending.
You think so? Do dogs pretend? Is that what they do?
They're easily deluded.
That's interesting information. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hey, Sarah, I saw you in that soccer game. We're going to pretend we play soccer. I saw you in the soccer game the other day. You were really fun to watch. You're good at soccer.
Oh, well, something that you would never do.
You're totally right. I probably wouldn't. I'm not good at soccer. I'm good at some other things, but I'm not really good at soccer. You're probably right. You're really good at it. You're super good. Have you been playing for a long time?
Yeah, I kind of just it's just part of me.
It's really cool. It was fun to watch.
Good. Yeah. It should be fun to watch for someone like you.
Right. It totally was. So, did you have anything else you needed to say to me?
Just stay out of me.
Okay. I totally will. I will. I'll respect that. Hey, and I really hope that you have a great day.
Well, you too.
Thanks. Did I win? Yes, I did. Sarah, good job. Hold on. A little something for you. I hope you like it. Good job. That was fabulous. Okay, so this is interesting information, and I know what you are thinking. That might work in theory, and in a planned situation like this. It doesn't really work in real life. It does. It absolutely does. And the coolest part about it is that this idea where you stay very, very calm in the face of meanness and then you do something crazy, you give that hater a compliment. You give the hater a compliment. You say something sincere. It is not sarcastic. It is not sassy. You say something very sincere. What it does is very psychological. It creates something in their mind called cognitive dissonance. You've probably heard that word. Cognitive dissonance, meaning they are confused. They don't really know how to react to that, and more importantly, they are not getting what they need. So she's bullying me. She's being mean to me to get one of three things, or maybe all three things. She's trying to get a power trip. She's trying to get a social reward. She wants her friends to see her being mean, or she wants a distraction from her own pain. Okay? So she's not getting what she needs. Any of those three things, I have control over that. I get to control whether she gets what she needs from me. So by staying very calm and not giving her the reaction that she wants, then I take that fun out of it. I take away the ping pong match, right? And then I do something crazy by giving her a compliment, that creates confusion in her mind. And so much more importantly, I just might see past her little bully wall, this like mean wall that she's built up to protect herself. She's trying to protect herself from something. She's battling some kind of challenge, right? We all know this. No one is born mean. A truly happy person has no need to be mean. A truly happy person has no need to be mean. So she's built up this wall of meanness on purpose to protect herself. So when I am kind, when I'm actively kind to her and she's being actively mean to me, it creates that confusion, and then I just might see past that bully wall that she's built. And the coolest part about that is that I might access her humanity. I just might access her conscience. Everyone is born with a conscience. I refuse to believe anything different. Everyone is born with a conscience. So I just might access that. I just might help her figure out how to get what she needs in a healthier way instead of a destructive way. And that is my story. So I was bullied relentlessly in junior high school. I was teased. I was made fun of. I was isolated. I was excluded. I had rumors spread about me. I was tripped in the hall. I had a girl come and grab me by the back of my backpack and yank me down to the floor. I hit my head so hard I passed out. I was bullied relentlessly in junior high. And because I didn't know how to deal with that, because I was dealing with so much pain, I was struggling with an eating disorder, my parents were getting divorced, it was an extremely hard time for me. And because I didn't know how to deal with all that pain of being bullied, a divorce, bulimia, I did not know how to deal with it. I turned around and guess what I did? I moved to bullying. Because I knew that that's what would give me the power that I needed. I needed control. So I needed the power trip. So the power trip, the social reward, or the distraction from my pain, right? I needed that power trip, and I needed that social reward. I wanted my friends to see me being powerful, and I desperately needed a distraction from my pain. Okay? So when I did that, all I got was a very temporary high. Bullying is absolutely an addiction. It's called a process addiction. Okay? So when I did that, I got a very temporary high that would wear off pretty fast, and then guess what would come in? What emotion comes in when that high leaves? Guilt. Thank you. You feel so guilty. And then what do when you feel guilty? You try to get the high again. So it's absolutely just like an addiction. And maybe none of you struggle with this. Maybe none of you have had any issues with bullying in your whole life, but I probably can guarantee you know someone who might be struggling with it. Please teach. This is a very simple little tool, but it's proven. It absolutely works. Get somebody just off your back. It just gets them off your back. Because these bullies, people who are haters, who need meanness to fill them up, they desperately need help. They desperately need love, first of all, and they desperately need someone to say, you know what, you can get what you need in healthier ways. The best one for me that I found was leadership. When I was about 16, I went to a summer camp, and one of the team leaders came up to me and she said, Jessie, I need you to take this megaphone, and I need you to just tell everyone that's at these different little stations right now, I just need you to announce every 10 minutes that it's time to switch stations. That's all I need you to do, and I bet you'd be good at it, Jessie. And I was one of the attendees. I was not like in charge or anything. So I remember so vividly thinking, what on earth does she see in me that makes her think I'd be good at something like this? And it was such a small thing. Such a small thing. But I liked that megaphone. What did it give me? Power. It gave me a huge power trip. I felt powerful. I felt strong. I felt very cool. It gave me a social reward. It gave me a huge distraction from my own pain. That's beautiful. So when some kind of hater, some kind of negative, grumpy person discovers that they can get what they need in a healthy way instead of a destructive way, that's powerful. And the coolest part about any of us who can hopefully see past that bully wall and see them for a human being who's winging it, who's trying their best to live this crazy life, if we can have compassion for those haters, for the negative people, we just might help them. We just might help them. I just believe there's so much hope for bullies. I believe there's so much hope for haters because I was one and I was able to turn it around, and leadership was the best way I knew how to do that. So tool number 2, leaders choose to outsmart their haters. Tool number 3, I need one last volunteer. This one is very fun. I need someone who's kind of thirsty. I have a drink for you to drink, just something delicious. All right, come on up. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. He is brave. Okay. You're not lactose intolerant, are you? No? Okay, that's good. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, come on up here. Okay, what's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor, what do you like to do for fun?
Coach basketball.
Where are you from?
Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada.
That's fabulous. Okay. Taylor, would you care for a nice, refreshing glass of dairy pure 2% reduced fat milk?
Sure.
He's like, I know I don't have a choice. All right. So let's give you a nice big sip of this. Tell me if you think it is delicious, if it is wholesome, if it is refreshing.
Yeah.
It's good? Is it good? Yeah, you like it? Okay, let's make it even better, Taylor. Let's add some chocolate to it. Do you like chocolate in your milk? Do you like this? Let's get a nice thick layer of chocolate in there. This is deliciousness. Everyone likes chocolate. Everyone likes chocolate. Here we go. All right, take a sip of that. Tell me if it is wholesome, if it is refreshing and delicious.
Sure.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, Taylor, let's make it even better. How about Windex? Do you like Windex in your chocolate milk? Everyone likes Windex in their chocolate milk. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is like my favorite thing. This makes me so happy. I'm pretty sure that I invented Windex in a beverage because, like, I haven't had anybody else tell me that there's like a Windex in their beverage, and then I tell them about it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's the coolest thing ever." You know what I think I should do? I think I should patent it so that anytime anybody like drinks Windex in a beverage, then I should like get a quarter. Don't you think? Isn't that a good idea? This is so delicious, Taylor. This is going to change your life. Oh my gosh, like angels are going to sing from the heavens when you drink this. It's delicious. Have a sip of that. You're going to love it. Taylor, what is your problem? It's so delicious.
No, it isn't.
No, you don't understand. Like, this is gloriousness. You will love this.
I'll throw up.
No, you won't. You guys, will you tell him everyone drinks Windex? What is your problem? Tell him everyone drinks Windex. Come on. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Just try it.
No.
Okay. Fine. You're not going to drink it. If you're like too cool for the Windex, then I'm going to drink it because I'm not going to waste it. This is amazing. Fine. That's good. You missed out. Give him a hand. Here you go. Thank you, sir. Okay. I know what you're all thinking. Did she really take the time to put blue Gatorade in a Windex bottle? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That is how dedicated I am to you. That is how much I love you. I'm dedicated. So what is the milk? The milk is us. We are born wholesome. We are born good. We have so much goodness in us. I refuse to believe anything different. We are born with greatness in us. We are born with leadership skills in us that can be developed. I believe that with all my heart. The chocolate represents good people. I think there's two kinds of people in the world. There are breathers and there are suckers. People who breathe life into us and people who suck the life out of us. I believe that. When we mix with good people, when we purposely hang out with good people, we become even more awesome. We become even greater than we already are, which we already have so much greatness in us, okay? When we mix with people who might suck the life out of us, negative, toxic people, I promise you, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter how great of a leader you are, no matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter. If you get involved with a toxic person, they have the ability to shatter you. And I know that is harsh. I know that is in your face. That is the truth. And I know that you know people who have gotten into bad relationships, whether it be with their very best friend, whether it's with an adult, with a family member, unfortunately, but just true, whether it's a significant other, whether it is themselves. I know that you guys know someone who has gotten into a really bad relationship and it ruins them. And it's a long journey back from there to get their happiness back. It's so difficult. So the reason why I care so much about healthy relationships is because you guys have amazing leadership skills already in you. You would not be here if you didn't. So you already have this in you. And I want so badly for all of you to really think about how you are going to protect yourself. And maybe you already have, maybe you know about this. How are you going to protect yourself and keep yourself safe so that you can become whatever great, amazing leader that you want to be and not be held back by a toxic person? Okay? And I care so much about this because when I was in college, I met this boy. He was nutritious and delicious, so handsome, so handsome. And he was so much fun. And I don't know if you can tell about my personality. I'm like 100% yellow on the color code. So I'm interested in anything that's fun. I'm into martial arts and like skydiving and wakeboarding. I love fun. So he had this great idea one time. Here's an example of how fun he was. We were starving college students. We had literally a dime between us. And there's only so many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches you can eat before you want to put glass in your eye. So he had this really great idea. So we ran over to this apartment complex and we're like knocking on doors and we're like, hey, we're on a scavenger hunt and all we need is a red safety pin or $1. Can you help us out? And of course, they didn't have a red safety pin. They don't make red safety pins. They gave us $1. We made $20. We went to Applebee's. Yeah. That is a hot date that I should not condone, and yet I do. So it was so much fun, and I just thought I had met the man of my dreams. So we were out to dinner one night, 4 months into our dating adventure, and I had just bought this awesome navy blue shirt with a boat scoop neck that showed off my best feature, my clavicles. And I thought I looked adorable, like a little Audrey Hepburn. And he looks across the table at me, and he says, hey, Jessie, I don't think blue is your color. I know. Blue is my color, by the way. I look fabulous in it. So, at the time, I did not have the confidence. There we go back to confidence again. I did not have the confidence to say, excuse me, I'll be the one deciding what my colors are or aren't. Thank you. I did not have the confidence to say it. So instead, I was like, oh, you don't like it? Oh, okay. And more importantly, besides buying into his lie, more importantly, I justified it away for him. I justified it away for him. I thought, oh, maybe he's having a bad day. Maybe he's stressed out. Maybe he's overwhelmed right now. I justified his behavior for him. And I want to be crystal clear. Girls are just as capable of being toxic as boys are. We know this. We know this. But I want to be clear about that, okay? So that one tiny little criticism led to many more criticisms. And then it led to manipulation. So sometimes manipulation looks like this. It's like, oh, if you love me, you'll do this for me. Even when I know you don't want to. If you love me, you'll do this for me. Or sometimes it looks like this. You're so ugly. I just hate that shirt you're wearing. Just kidding. Sometimes that's manipulation, right? Sometimes it looks like this. He would say something so mean to me, just shatter me. I'd be crying my eyes out, feeling so worthless. And then the next day he'd show up with flowers and say, oh, Jessie, I love you so much. I won't ever say anything like that again until the very next week or the very next day. He had no intention of changing. And then that manipulation led to controlling behaviors. He wanted me to call him at a certain time every night. He wanted me to only hang out with certain human beings and none of the male gender. He wanted to help me choose my college classes for me and got upset with me when I said no. And then that controlling behavior led to a temper. One time he yelled at me so loudly, he was 2 inches from my face, screaming at me, spitting on me, swearing at me, and then he punched the wall right next to my head on purpose to intimidate me, right? To help me feel really stuck. It's so difficult, you guys. How does that happen? How does it happen? And with teenagers, I'm pretty bold. I'm pretty in their face. And I say, if you went out to dinner with someone, like just on your very first date, and they slapped you across the face, would you ever go out to dinner with them again? Would you ever date them again? Of course you wouldn't. How does it happen then? How does it get to that point? It starts out slow. It starts out subtle. It starts out justifiable. So we can justify their behavior, right? And this goes both ways, girls and guys, okay? So it's so important to notice those red flags, right? Criticism, manipulation, controlling behaviors, and a temper. Those are just a few. There's many red flags of toxic relationships. And the reason why this is relevant and important for you is because none of us are immune. None of us are immune because we get into these relationships and there's a lot of love sprinkled into it. There's a lot of goodness. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of laughter mixed in. So it gets very confusing. It is not black and white. So none of us are immune to it. So we have to watch out. We have to have the empowerment of knowledge to watch out for those red flags so that we don't get stuck, so that we can become great leaders. Because if we get involved with a toxic person, I promise you, you will not become as great as you can if you force yourself to look for and pursue healthy relationships. It's so important for leadership. And you guys, we desperately need you. We desperately need your leadership all over this beautiful world. But we're struggling. We're struggling a little bit. We need your leadership. So my charge for you is to just honor yourself. Honor your intuition. When you think, something's just off, I feel like I'm kind of walking on eggshells. I feel a little nervous. I'm just not quite sure if I can be myself around this person. Maybe I feel a little put down. That's the time where you can say, sorry, I don't drink Windex. Right? We can absolutely stand up for ourselves and say, I feel frustrated when you say this. I feel put down when you say this. No, I'm not interested in being your girlfriend anymore if you talk to me like that. I don't deserve that. I want you to stop. There's nothing mean about that. It's calm, it's compassionate, it's kind, but it is assertive. We have permission to be firm and to honor ourselves so that we can become really great leaders. So I just want to close really fast with a quick little mission statement. Anybody have a mission statement in here? You need a mission statement. My hero, Dr. Stephen Covey, says everyone needs a mission statement. This is mine. I will say it so you can start thinking about what you want to write for your own. You need a mission statement. Here's mine. When I'm 90 and I'm sitting in the nursing home eating my Jell-O, playing bingo, starring in the nursing home musical, will I be happy with the choices that I made? Will you be happy with the choices that you made? We can't control anyone else. We can't control our experiences even, but we can control our choices. That's why I said leaders choose confidence. Leaders choose to outsmart the haters. Leaders choose to never allow toxic people to hold them back. And I didn't have time to get to the fourth tool, but leaders do choose to forgive. They forgive others, they forgive themselves, and they move forward. So thank you so much for having me. I've loved being with you. Thank you.